Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for watching and subscribing. I mentioned, I guess I was Portuguese in one of my videos. My background is I'm from Portugal, and somebody messaged me and asked me, I've been wanting to make a video for this for a long time. A lot of people ask me, what's the difference between Brazilian Portuguese and Portuguese from Portugal? Well, it's really easy to define that. It's like Australia speaks English; they don't speak Australian. So, it's if you speak Portuguese, you grew up speaking Portuguese, well, you don't have a problem understanding people from Brazil. It's the same language. It's just the accent's a little bit different. Accent's a little bit shaky, but it's still like you could just stand there and talk for hours. There's no major difference in the language. So major, there's like one or two words, but once you know the one or two words, you're okay. You're not that bad. I've been to Brazil, I think over 13 or 12 times. It's been so many times I've been to Brazil. My passport's got so many stamps. I've been to different provinces in different parts of Brazil. It's just beautifully fluent. Just to go in there, I just speak my Portuguese from Portugal, and people love it. They love it when they hear me talk. They're like, hey, listen to this guy talk, it's so good. And I also speak Spanish. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I speak perfect Spanish. I lived in Mexico for a year, and I spent a couple of years in Miami too, and no one speaks English there. They do, but I mean, it's a majority just Spanish people, and that was pretty good. Lots of salsa dancing, lots of good stuff in Miami. But yes, I just thought I'd throw that out there because when people say they speak Brazilian in Brazil, it's like, okay, fair game then. Do they speak Australian in Australia? Because just because a person doesn't speak Portuguese and they just sounds different to them doesn't mean it's a different language, right? Compatible languages, oh my God, you guys wouldn't believe this. If you speak Portuguese from Portugal, Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, every country but Brazil, if you go to Mexico, you'll notice that the language is about 85% word for word. When you speak Mexican Spanish, like northern Mexican Spanish or central Mexican Spanish or southern Mexican Spanish, and you hear people in the background, and if you're Portuguese from those countries, from Angola, Mozambique, all those countries, you would understand everything word for word. It's like, what? It's like they're speaking pretty much Portuguese, and I'm not making this up. Like, get a friend that speaks Portuguese, put on like something from Univision or something Spanish, let him watch it and go, you're from Portugal, right? Yes, I am. Okay, watch this. Do you understand what they're saying? The big time was like, yeah, holy crap, I know what they're saying. It's like, that's how those, like, Portuguese from Portugal and Spanish from Mexico are very similar. And let's take one step back. The root of the Spanish language is from Portugal, Portuguese language. Portuguese language came first. Portugal's got the oldest borders in Europe. It also was founded in the year 900, and then it was approved, I guess, by the council in the year 1000. Spain was still in pieces. Aragon and all the empires were all in pieces. And Mesopotamia, like, not Mesopotamia, the other one over there, that you hear in storybooks and stuff. All those Castile and all those parts, they were all different. They were still divided. Spain didn't become unified for many years later. Many years, and like, we're talking about the 1500s. Spain, once they took over Alhambra. Once Spain took over Alhambra, the last Muslim stronghold in Spanish territory. Once they took that, then Spain started to get more favorable and becoming more, how do you say, it's more of unified country. But anyways, no, I'm just talking off the top of my head here. But no, the Spanish language is the root of the Portuguese language. So the Portuguese language basically created the Spanish language, and that's why I speak Spanish so well. And when I talk to people, they're like, your family is in Spanish? I'm like, no, not at all. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So anyways, I just thought I'd throw that out there. So if you learn Portuguese, you can learn it from anywhere. You're going to learn the subtle differences between Brazil and Portugal. Brazil's a little bit softer when they speak, and the Portuguese is a little shut with the thing. But it's also a bonus points if you speak with the shut and go to Brazil. The chicks go crazy when they hear that accent. So it's up to you guys. So I've been there many times, and I know I've been to almost every province except the Amazonia interior. And I've been to places like Angola, Portuguese Africa, Mozambique, And Portuguese is very, very beautifully slow. Best place to learn Portuguese? You know, I'm going to be really frank. If you go to Mozambique, go to Maputo, the capital, the Portuguese is very slow, very tranquil. The way they speak is very tranquil. I really recommend to go to Mozambique to learn Portuguese. Or you could also go to one of the Cape Verde Islands. Cape Verde is beautiful, tropical, and if you want to spend 5, 6, 7 months there, if you're on a budget, it's a great place to go for 5, 6 months. And everyone speaks very fluent, slow Portuguese. You got to learn a language slow before you get speed up with it, right? And yeah, I just thought I'd just throw that out there. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have on the top of my head right now. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye.